Happy Wednesday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. We got big reversals forming today from the overall NASDAQ market. Let me pull it up very quickly. Showing signs of extreme overbought levels just moments before the Fed minutes report is supposed to be released. For those that do not know, today at 1400, or if I'm not mistaken, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be the FOMC meeting minutes. For those that don't know what that is, it's pretty much just a report that's released 3 weeks after that provides us a little bit more insight on how the Federal Reserve Committee came to the most recent Fed decision. Remember, last Fed decision, they decided to pause interest rates. So this will provide us a little bit more detail so we can, well, not we, because it really doesn't matter what we think, but so investors and Wall Street can decide, is this bullish or bearish for the overall market? Is it dovish or hawkish for up and coming rate decisions? With that being said, I want to quickly talk about what I see the market is currently presenting. Let me make sure that this is very well understood. Again, just because I share that, I think intraday markets are overbought, it doesn't mean that you need to sell your intraday day trades, right? If you're incredibly bullish on the market and you think that markets are going to recover, I support your opinion in the sense of we're all entitled to our own opinion, right? Markets on the larger time frame, 4-hour time frame, we could see that, hey, there could be some recovery potential, but I want to share some details with you that, to me, shed light on some concerns. And again, after this video, I hope that you can do your part in sharing your thoughts down in the comment section. So on the larger time frames, based off of how incredibly bullish the market has been, and markets are more bullish than they are bearish, it's really important to note that, markets are kind of oversold. They're testing the 600 support range, and they do offer some recovery potential back to previous highs of either 630 to 640 per share. That's the first thing that I want to share on the larger time frames. Intraday, again, just my opinion, I think markets are overbought. I think that even if you do end up going long and markets close at 610, risk to reward wise, it doesn't make sense. From 609.30 to 610 or wherever the markets end up closing at, the profit potential versus the risk exposure just doesn't make sense. The downside risk is so much bigger and so much more significant than the upside potential. So because of that, I would say be careful. In the sense of if you're just an intraday trader, if you're just looking for intraday plays, right? I would be careful that if there is a break of support and we begin to confirm a reversal, if NASDAQ market begins to sell off, it will most likely bring down everything with it. Bitcoin, again, I don't trade Bitcoin, but I trade MSTR. MSTR obviously follows the price of Bitcoin very closely. And as MSTR begins to sell off with the price of Bitcoin, then again, I either like to short MSTR or go long on MSTZ. It's been a pretty slow day for me, just so you could see $200 in the green on the day that's following my $9,000 day yesterday. So yesterday was a very significant day. Today in our LPP live trading session, what I pretty much summarized was that I wasn't afraid of taking advantage of an opportunity with, shorting MSTR or going long on MSTZ. But following a very big day for me, or a very solid day, I don't like to be as aggressive the days that follow because I don't want to get too confident. I don't know if this happens to other people or some of you guys out there where you just feel like you can carry that same momentum the following day. No, I think that yesterday the move that we saw on MSTR was a big one. And because of that, I understand that these big moves don't have to present themselves every day, right? I did a really good job yesterday as MSTR sold off. We shorted it. We took profits right away. I felt very well balanced, very calculated, and we're still trading within that same range. And there's still some moves, right? From the overall highs to the overall lows. We're kind of consolidating right here within like the 128, 129. But I want to respect that big trades and big moves don't have to present themselves every single day. So just because I decided to, trade, it wasn't even more aggressive yesterday, but direction and sentiment were more in my favor yesterday. It doesn't mean that I have to think that or assume that it's going to happen again today, right? Every day is not the same. Even if you are trading the same stock, it's very important to know how market sentiment plays a really big role. The reason I'm so excited is because, again, there's just a lot of news that is set to be released this week. Today, with the Fomc minutes being released, that's most likely going to provide some volatility for the market. It could push markets higher. It could cause them to drop. On top of that, supposedly, U.S. senators have officially called for President Trump's removal from office under the 25th Amendment. Again, it's not even here to get political about this. It's just anytime that any news like this gets announced, and if it catches traction, it could present more uncertainty into the market. It could inject fear into the market because obviously it shows uncertainty within our government. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Not because, again, like it doesn't matter about your opinion or my opinion about what we think about Trump, as we have no deciding factor on what ends up following through with this. But anytime that there's any form of uncertainty, it's just important to note that, again, it can quickly turn against us if it catches traction. On top of that, I thought just yesterday they were saying that escalations have kind of withdrawn between Iran and the U.S. But then today it says President Trump moves closer to a major war with Iran. It could begin very soon. And then you see posts like this. Everything will be in place for a U.S. attack within 1 week. I just don't get it. One moment there's a bunch of fear. Another moment, we've come to a general agreement with Iran and markets are recovering back to previous highs. But then all of our warships are still out there. Again, the reason I share this is it doesn't matter about my personal opinion or beliefs, nor does it matter about yours, right? We're all here for the same reason, and it's to try to trade and invest in this market and make money. And the thing that I want to highlight is that if the U.S. does attack, or vice versa, if Iran attacks the U.S., how do you think markets are going to react? Probably they're going to sell off. Anytime that there's an attack, markets tend to respond in a negative way. Why? Because there's more uncertainty. Also, this Friday, February 20th, there's supposed to be a Trump tariff decision. If the Supreme Court is going to rule them to be legal or illegal. Remember, if they're voted to be illegal, the reason that this could create more fear in the market is because we've collected over $300 billion in tariff revenue, and we would have to pay it back. President Trump has said it himself. How is he going to pay it back if they've already used the money? Again, more fear, more uncertainty. So you can see how there's and that's the thing. Is really anything going to happen on February 20th when it comes down to the tariff decision? No, I really don't think so. I think the theme is going to continue where they're going to continue to postpone it and kick the can down the road. Nonetheless, I just wanted to do my part in sharing the news because they are official dates and specific catalysts that can shift the market. Not because they need to, but I feel like my job here is just simply to make you aware so you can inform yourself. So hopefully you make a more informed decision. This shouldn't discourage you from taking long positions on companies that you actually value. We were talking about this today in my live trading session. Again, like Microsoft, right? Microsoft is having a decent day, but it's incredibly oversold. It's down 28% on the larger timeframes if you look at the day chart. And this is one of the Mag 7 companies. So if it does end up recovering to previous highs, not that it has to, but it offers 37% of potential upside. I love having conversations like this or highlighting things like this because these are actual good quality companies that produce a ton of actual profit that could be considered to be oversold based off of recent trading activity, right? And if you do believe markets are going to recover, I think it's cool to have these conversations now, not because they have to recover right now, but if they do, then again, I would love to take advantage of these deals that might be presenting themselves. So you guys let me know down in the comments section what you think. Are you deciding to buy more stocks right now in preparation for the market to recover, or do you think that there's more potential downside? Again, I would love to invite you to our live trading session with our LPP team. Whenever you're ready, I do trade live every single morning right at market open. And like I've said before, you get access to the live trading session, the A to Z video lesson library, and the private group chat. If you're ready to join us, you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. That's the second link in the description down below. And if you sign up today with the current sale we have going on, it breaks down to less than $1.36 per day. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. We have members that signed up back in 2018 that still have access to it today. And again, whenever you're ready, the link is there for you. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.